First thing I want to do is thank the selectors for picking me. And I'd like to congratulate the other inductees here tonight. And yeah, it was obviously a surprise, very humbling experience. And when you reflect back on how it all started, I was very lucky. 1972, they're having the trials for the first Australian schoolboys team. And I come from a soccer background. My father was a soccer international. And so I think I had 4 games, and we had the round robin down at Seaford Oval in Canberra. And they're reading out our names after we won the competition. And I was telling my mate Jack Jeffries, his name got read out, and I said, "What, are we in trouble, Jack?" And he said, "No, I think we ought to go on a trip." And that trip was over to England. But in defining your career, you think I was very lucky to have good coaches. Roy Masters was the coach of that schoolboy side. And then another event happened in '76 when Frank Facer, the long-term, very successful CEO of the Dragons for all those many premierships that we won, made me an offer. And I agreed, but my old man, who was a coal miner, liked the value of the dollar. He said, "No, you're not going." He said, "You played for country this year, play for country next year, get more money." So I normally done as been told. This day I picked the phone up, rung Frank. "Listen," I said, "don't worry about the old man, I'll sign." Frank got in a cab from St George's Leagues Club and drove down the whole Coast Road, and I signed the contract, and we won the comp in '77. And the other thing, well, 2 things. I had very good coaches. Harry Barth was a coach, started coaching us that year, and we all know his history, and particularly in forward play. And the players I played with, Rocket, Bruce Starkey, Robert Stone, Steve Edge, Robert Finch, all those players had been there for a couple of years. Teddy Goodwin, who knew how to win, who knew what it took to win. And so I was very fortunate as a 20-year-old to be in that environment and learn at an early age what it took to be successful in footy. And that went along, and then the rep career, I was very fortunate to be part of the first Origin games, which was quite an experience, particularly with Tommy as captain. I'll never forget the first game, the bus down Caxton Street, and we knew there was something special on because the Queenslanders were throwing full stubbies at the bus. And we're supposed to go on a side door into the dressing room, but that was locked. And they made us go through the bar into the dressing room. And Tommy, being Tommy, we nearly had, I'd pulled him out of 3 fights between the door and the dressing room. And some of those Queenslanders had been there probably 3 days before getting a head start. I was very fortunate in, as I said, my rep career, play with good players, good coach Frank Stanton, and that '72 Kangaroo Tour was quite an event. And to play with those players has been a highlight for me. As long as I could do my job, I got a lot of satisfaction out of that, and this award is very precious to me and to my family. And 2 more things I'll just touch on is I'd like to thank St George for having shown the faith, and my wife Sharon, who's no longer with us, but sorry. But without for her support, looking after all the kids, I wouldn't be standing here tonight. So thanks very much, and I certainly appreciate the honour, and to the NRL for coming up with the concept and having the courage to put us through with it. And I think it's great you're identifying and acknowledging the other Perth linguists and those sort of people off the field. That's very important too for our game. So thanks very much to everyone, and enjoy the night. Thank you.